Hey guys, Dan and Badger, Sterling Self-Defense. All right, adjust this camera a little bit, sorry. A lot of view there. All right, back again. All right, hey guys, all right, for your carries, if you don't want to carry in a holster and you don't want to leave it in your car, you want to carry with you, these bags are awesome. You can go around your waist or over your shoulder, take it jogging, walking the dog, whatever, but they hold everything you need. Real easy. You can find them on Amazon. They're cheap. 20, 25 bucks, something like that. Fits in there real nice. And fits everything else you need too. You know, you can get extra mags in here, ammo, you know, mags. Plenty of jewels. And there's still a ton more room for other stuff. Put pepper spray, flashlights, money, whatever you want to carry. But they're great. I got kits that go like this one. I'll put this one up. This kit will go with it. On 12 gram mag, some ammo. Power plug. Yeah. Nice. Good for carrying around. Better than the big case. The big cases are nice for travel and stuff like that and leaving in the car. But if you want to carry and you don't feel like using a holster, these are great. And you don't got to get them off me. They got them on Amazon. They're you know, like 20, 25 bucks, something like that. You know, pretty cheap. Don't buy a too cheap one. Make sure the sizes. You know, the pictures, you can never see how big things are. I've ordered some of those and they're like freaking this big. I'm like, what the hell? So look at the measurements. You know, measure your FSC or whatever you want to put in there. Make sure it's big enough. I got a couple that were too small, so I'm stuck with those now. But anyway, all right. It's been a while, guys, and everyone's been on me about the modular power plug that I did a couple weeks back. You know, I had to do a lot of testing on it because it's just not one operation. It goes with quite a few. So I had to test it with, you know, obviously the direct, regular power plug. You know, it's like 3 different applications. So 1,500 rounds through each one of those to make sure it's safe. You know, this stuff's got to be tested. It can be dangerous if it's not. There's a lot of clones out there blowing up in guys' faces. That's why I do so much testing. A lot of guys don't know this, but the VKS mod, bowl mod that I came up with, I had that a year before I even released it. Ton of testing. Actually, almost didn't release that one. I was really back and forth. A few other people knew about it. Everyone told me, oh, you got to put it out. But I was real concerned, you know, it added a lot of power. And I considered it quite dangerous, so I thought on it for about a year. And then other guys started working on it, and they were getting close. I'm like, oh, I've had this thing for a year. Someone else will end up coming up with it eventually anyway, so I might as well just put it out. Because I know this is the safest version, and it's been well tested, so I end up putting it out. Now, now the power plug is kind of my runoff on the Super Bolt and all those bolts that I did years ago that were crazy powerful. So I'm going to put out the modular. I got them all done now. They're all fully tested. But guys, you know, these are all buildable. Like, all right, here we go. This is just the direct air into an FSC, bypassing the regular direct air in. Still better, always with regulation. You know, the power plug regulation, you guys that have it, you know how it works awesome. But with these, there's no adjustability. It is whatever your tank's putting out. So, good to remember. But now this direct air is just not a direct air. It's also a power plug. It increases the volume of your air chamber. So one of these gives you the same power as one power plug. Now, these are the modulars. I just screwed them all together so you have an idea. That's a power plug on the end. Don't do this. That's ridiculous. Now, you can add a power plug to a power plug. So if you already got a power plug, you can add a power plug to a power plug. But keep in mind, a lot of power. And if you're using mag-fed 12 gram, 2 of these are going to be too much. You're only going to get like one shot. It's going to be one hell of a freaking shot, but it's only going to be one shot. So unless you're getting a 16 or a 20 gram mag, don't add on to mag-fed when you're going with 12 gram. Because it's not worth just having one shot. You don't want one shot. What if you miss? You're not going to get a second shot if you're using 2 of these. Because, you know, we're talking about 150 joules these go up to. Which, guys, you don't really need either. That's not less lethal anymore. Understand that. That's pretty much a firearm at this point. And, you know, I was thinking about not releasing them. But someone's going to do it anyway. So might as well release the one that's the safest, I'm sure. You know, the guys that end up cloning my stuff always do it like shit, and they're dangerous and end up blowing up on people. So if I don't do it, they'll end up watching my video, copying it, probably doing it right now, and doing a shitty job of it. So I'll put it out, but guys, really don't go crazy. You know, like this one here. This is one you saw me shooting the video. So this is a direct air with a modular power plug, and there's your you know, air chamber. This one was shooting 150 joules. That's a lot. That's crazy. You know, crazy, crazy. Some guys who want to just know they have it. So know you can turn it down. You know, shoot it a couple times, play with it, be super careful, dangerous. Things go through, you know, a lot more than you think. So, and I know there's going to be guys out there that are going to want to do this. Put a shitload of them together. You're getting dangerous, guys. Don't get crazy. Really. I know some guys are gonna, no matter what I say, but, you know, don't. But I'll put them up on the site. They'll be ready to go. But for guys that don't know how these work, this is the original power plug. They're either Cerakoted or not Cerakoted. Cerakoted ones are extra, obviously. But for MagFed, I only recommend one for 12 grams CO2. If you can double them all you want, you're only going to get like one shot out of it. So don't double up with MagFed. You know, rear air HPA, then you have plenty of air to work with. 2 of them. And I don't recommend more than 2 of them. I'm not even going to do testing or any videos on them because you really, you know, you see how much power one adds. So you add more, you know, it just gets crazy. Don't get crazy. But anyway, that's it. So they're ready to go. I'll put them up on the website tonight. So modular power plug, pretty cool. Now these I recommend not using O-rings. Use Loctite. Now, guy on Facebook, back and forth, we always help each other in the groups. Guys have questions and blah, blah, blah. Back and forth, we all give our advice on stuff. And one guy commented on one of my videos, the one where I originally invented the modular power plug and did the video on it. And it was leaking like 3 times. And I was like, I didn't realize I didn't clean the oil off. And the oil was reacting with the Loctite and wasn't letting it dry. So one of the guys commented, I'm sorry, dude, I don't remember your name. I talk to like 100 people a day from Facebook, and I totally forgot who commented this. Sorry about that. I want to give you credit, but mentioned that there's a primer for Loctite. I didn't know there was a primer for Loctite 271. So he mentioned that, didn't even think about it. I'm like, oh, it's a great idea. So guys, if you really want to, if you're Loctite and you want to do it right, this is the primer. I'll put it up there. It is, hold on, Loctite SF 7649 primer. Once again, Loctite SF 7649 primer. So really great. You know, any part you're gonna work with, put this on it first with the Loctite. Works great, and it also cuts down your curing time. But I still wait the 24 hours. Not worth taking a chance. Might have a little pocket of liquid in there. So give it a full 24 hours. This stuff will help it cure and it'll clean it up. Especially if you have any if you have any oil on, you know you do. Before you put this on, I recommend taking some like acetone, wiping it all down first, trying to get it off with acetone will burn it off. Then use the primer, and then directly after that, apply your Loctite. And remember, 24 hours, guys. Give it 24 hours. Even though this may help you cure a little quicker, don't be impatient. Wait the 24 hours. Believe me, numerous times I didn't wait and paid the price. Now, installation. If you guys haven't seen the videos, they're real simple. This one's got a power plug on it now. Take it out. See, I want to switch over to HPA. Screw it in. Now, goes in pretty easily by hand. You don't need tools, but you got to make sure all your threads are in. You know, when you're turning it on, look at it, make sure all the threads are gone. You know, pull on it too, you know, make sure it's not coming out. But basically, when you thread it in, make sure you're not seeing threads anymore. All the threads are inside the body. If for some reason you're still sticking threads up, grab a crescent wrench. It's got flattened sides on all of them. So I'll put it over it and tighten it down. And sometimes you'll get little dirt or whatever, little Teflon threads in your threads, and it'll make it tight and hard. So if you're still seeing threads on there, take a crescent wrench, stick it on there, tighten it down, and keep going until you don't see threads anymore. There's not a lot of threads, so you want to utilize every one. Usually you can put them all the way in by hand. But if it's a little dirty or something on there, stops it. Always look at your threads to make sure they're in. Believe me. I made one mistake. It was in a video. I don't think I put it out, but I was rushing. I put one in. I didn't realize I didn't put it in far enough. I was doing a bunch of things. I went to shoot. Came back, shot me right in the shoulder. That hurt like a fucker, just because I wasn't paying attention. Guys, make sure the threads are gone. You don't see threads anymore. If you're seeing threads, it's not in yet. Now you need to take the correct crescent wrench and put it on. Usually they go in by hand, but always check and make sure. You don't want this thing shooting back out at you, because it will. Very dangerous. Same thing. This one's got a modular power plug. Same thing, goes right off. Put that in, or, you know, there's what it looks like without the air chamber on it. This goes in the air chamber, Loctite it, Loctite this side too. Well, once again, pushes in real easy. Screw it in. So you don't see threads anymore. Here, let me show you. This one's a little messy. It's got a little Loctite on it, but there you go. See, no threads anymore. That's it. Very simple. Very easy. But still, the best mod is going through the regulator. I'm not a big fan of bypassing the regulator. This just makes it quick if you want to add HPA. That's why I put this out for that. So you can have this at night while you have regular during the day. You really want to go through your regulator. That is the best way to go. So the one I still go by the most, the best mod for the FSC, TCP, T9.1, any of them, is my Power Bolt kit with the slim body cap. That's what I use on my sidearms and everything else. That's the best kit, straight through the regulator. Gives the most power and every round most consistent, and the highest power all the way down to the last shot, because you have so much more control when you're utilizing the regulator. When you're using any of these direct airs, you're bypassing the regulator. You're not using it at all. So you have no control. You cannot turn it down. So remember that. When you're using a direct, like a regular power plug in your gun's fine. You're still going through the regulator. But when you're using one of these, just with the direct air, you're bypassing the regulator. So you have no control. You can, you know, screw your velocity spring all the way out, all the way in. Doesn't matter. It's not doing anything. You're going directly into the bolt with the air. You're going into the air chamber, straight out into the bolt. All right, what else is there? Oh, yeah, everybody, TRPs, guys. Yeah, I have TRPs for sale. I'm not putting them on the website. If you want one, message me on the website. I put them up on the website. They go in like seconds. So, now, guys who really want them, they have to work a little harder. Send me a message. That's the way it goes. If I put them up, they're going to be gone in like 2 seconds. So, you know, we get so many at a time. So, that is that. What else? But this stuff's great, guys. Definitely recommended. A little pricey. I think it was like 30 bucks. There's a lot in there, though. That's like a lifetime's worth. Probably even for me. And I do a lot. Because you don't need, you know, very liberally. A little spray is a lot. So, you know, it's 30 bucks, but it'll probably last me forever. And this stuff, by the way, for guys that didn't see my videos, usually Loctite 271, you can only find in a little small one. For most people, that's all you need. For a one-off application, like you're getting a power plug, and in the modular, you want to install it. Home Depot, Lowe's, in the painting aisles, they'll have Loctite right over by the epoxy. It's a small little one, more than what you need. For someone that has a lot of markers, does a lot of work, you can't even get this online, this big one. The only place to get it is like automotive stores. Any one of the 3 big ones. They all carry it, but you can't even get it online, which is weird as hell. Believe me, I looked for years, and then Henry Stone found it and messaged me and let me know that we get it. So thank God. This thing has saved me so much money. I've had this same one for probably since I did that original video, probably 3 months now. 3 months. For me, I would have probably went through like 20 of those little ones by now, and I still got this one. So big savings there. If you're, you know, I'd get it anyway, you know, because it's not that much more. I think it was $22 for this one, and the other ones are like $8 for a little one, and you need at least 6 or 7 of those to add up to one of these. So monetarily, best way to go is to buy the big one. And keep it closed up tight, because if you leave the cap off, some idiots say, oh, it doesn't matter. It does matter. It will clog up. I did it again before. I left the cap off, went back, and had to crack it all open because it plugged up again. So remember to put your cap on. You don't waste this stuff. It is expensive. All right, what else? That's about it. All right, no shooting today. I'm busy. I got a lot of things going on. I got a lot of parts I got to make. So I'll do another shooting video on the next one I test. And that's it for this one. All right, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.